Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Casey with Mosaicmermaidtarot, and today's pick a card is going to be what your person has finally realized, what their current thoughts, feelings, intentions are, what they might be hiding, what they might wish they could say, and we just kind of dive into everything and see what Spirit tells us. So, let's see what we have for your piles. We have pile 1, this gorgeous peacock ore. For pile 1. Pile 2, we have this beautiful flower agate sphere. That's pile 2. Pile 3, we have this little trinket. If you want to see what's inside, it is this very delicate little pine cones. And this is a piece of my mom's antique ashtray that broke, and I was devastated. If you recognize this color and it's significant to you, then this could be your pile. But I wanted to keep a piece of it. What am I doing wrong here? Okay. This might be our struggle pile. That's pile 3. All right. And I'm going to pick zodiac signs for each pile now. But if that's not your jam, you want to go ahead and meet me at the pile you chose. I will see you there. Bye. Okay, guys. So, get our trusty little mermaid bag. Let's pick 4 for pile 1. And it's got 3, so we've got Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and one more. Aries. All right. Pile 2. Yep, there's 4. So we have Virgo, Sagittarius, Libra, and Scorpio. In pile 3, we have the rest. If I can grab them from the corner of this bag, I would pour it out, but with my luck, it would fall on the floor. This is our struggle pile, I'm telling you. All right. All right, so we have Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, and Gemini. All right, guys. I will give you a second to sit with your pile, and then I will see you at your reading. Thank you. Hey, pile one. So, if you chose this peacock or gorgeous, this is going to be your reading. Also, for those of you that chose and did not see that I chose zodiac signs and are interested, we have Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Aries. Okay, your card is the Fool. Experience life joyfully. Now, this is a shadow work oracle, and the first thing I notice here is that clown is quite maniacal. It's quite one of those clowns that don't look very friendly at all. I mean, and obviously this could be some kind of phobia, could be significant in somebody. I know it's probably significant to a few of you. And I'm sorry about that. I would hope that you saw the thumbnail or have clicked out by this point and are not here. But it is very much giving like dark art, right? So like I was always so comforted by Sean Koss, who's an artist. I have a lot of his work on my walls. And it kind of gives me that feeling that I have like your shadows can still be experienced and you can still live your life joyfully at the same time. You can still risk things even though they might look a little crazy. So you see that we have all these sunflowers, and that, makes me think of the sun, and that's the happiest card in the tarot deck. But I feel like your person is working on themselves as a whole from the inside out. They do still have this mask on, and I'm getting horns here a little bit. So, like Aries, Taurus, Capricorn, the horns. Take your life by the horns is what I'm hearing. Maybe somebody says that a lot, but it's really just you can experience joy while simultaneously experiencing darkness. And sometimes there can be comfort in that darkness, even though that shouldn't seem so apparent. And without darkness, there is no light. So, just always know that the moon will always be there, but so will the sun. And it's very much a duality that seems like somebody's working on that, whether it's you or them or both of you. So let's see what the oracle cards come out. Let's see here. Okay. I want to use the Moonmoth Goddess Dark Romance Oracle, 2nd edition. It's kind of beautiful. Well, I have tore this baby up, by the way, because I mean, I used it all through spooky season. And I'm feeling it a little bit with this energy. So Halloween might be significant. What's going on with okay, did you see that? How it just came out? And yes, absolutely. Feeling this. This is like the tower for me. It's obviously, it says destruction. And I think your person's stability, their foundation has gone completely. Something in their life is blowing up right now. It's just they could be experiencing tower moments, even, you know, it's like they're trying to they've got a lot going on the inside and around them. I'm hearing I Am the Fire by Hailstorm. Also, because I just had it on repeat. Hailstorm came out with a new song tonight, and it's Earth Day or Earth Night. It's after midnight. But it's called Darkness Always Wins, and it's very good. And it's kind of like between that and the fire, you know, the two sides that I'm feeling, the dark and the light. But you could have some messages in those songs. So I think this song, this new one, is very much something about duality. And I think that's what your person is trying to figure out. How to be both the light and the dark and still be sane. Look at that. There's your foundation and stability right there. So I feel like you are what's home to them. I feel like this almost looks like a cathedral to me. And it's like maybe it's giving tower meets Hierophant. And maybe they are burning down their self-limiting belief systems, values that are just a new perspective. And I think it's like I keep thinking, you know, it's like they found the darkness in you and it matches the darkness in them, if that makes sense. Like they finally found somebody they can take the mask off for. I don't want fear. And they are still, even though they want to take this risk and they feel like, I think you haunt them. You absolutely haunt them. But they're scared of losing you, so they haunt you too. And these are the things that they're trying to get over. And you're right there in the middle of it all. Give me one more, Spirit. Thank you. Immaturity. And look, there's a baby in a pumpkin carriage. And so it feels like this is what they're coming to realize. That things aren't always perfect. That things need to be handled better. I don't feel like they think they've handled things, but I think they are trying to get through these fears. But it's hard when they keep getting burned. So they play the immaturity, they play the self-sabotage game. And I think every time they've done that, it's been a tower moment for them. Lots of miniature tower moments. And no matter how many times they've tried to burn down this connection or act like it didn't mean anything, it's come back to haunt them. And so not only are they scared of losing you, but they're also fearful of, I think they're fearful that they can't give you the joy that you want. I think you bring them so much joy, but I also think they are used to being down on themselves in their own mind, thinking that nobody could love their darkness if they took off the mask. Children could also be a factor. On the bottom, we have the transformation card. Look, it's a heart. So I feel like slowly but surely, there has been this, I think you've been a catalyst for a lot of triggers that have definitely burned their ass a few times. But it has given them this hope that kind of like your demons can get along. Because I mean, I'm feeling very much like this home is haunted. You know, I I keep getting those images of those shows where they go and they investigate for hauntings, and it's like I think you both are so haunted and your demons get along. enough to where you have transformed their heart space. They are slowly coming around to the fact that they've been immature, but they've been that way because of these fears of getting burned. It's almost like I see this same face right here, this like skeletal face here in that fire. I might be tripping, but I don't know. Do you see that? I just think the passion, the burning that they feel for you, that haunts them as well, and you, certainly. I'm gonna see what's under here. Clingy. Yeah, well, cycles. Clouded. Desire. Yes. So, oh my God, look, marriage. Future. Visitor. Okay. Well, it seems as if the fear and the cycles, this is what this seems like. You get clingy, and it's kind of, this looks exactly like this background. These little suction cups almost. And it's like they don't know what to do with that quite, because I don't feel like they've ever experienced somebody that has wanted to cling to them as much as you. And it clouds their judgment because they desire you so much. I feel like they sit and they look at you, and they have pictures. And I feel like it's a constant cycle of, like, they literally have to keep themselves away from you because you do make them think about the future. The desire really has a hold on both of you. But I feel like with all these cycles, because it feels like you've been through a lot of them, they are transforming. And remember how I said that, I was getting sun energy? Well, there's that moon. So it feels very much like, very much like yin and yang. Let's see what the tarot says. Spirit, what's going on? I just saw the Fool card. It showed itself. Green one. It's the only one like that. Look at that. See, I would do anything for you. You have this anything highlighted in blue. And I always feel like this card is, to most of you, you just kind of go, except talk to me. Because I hear I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. I won't talk to you about any of it. I'm just going to hide. But in their mind, they have this future plan of they want you there. They know definitely they want you in their future. They just don't know how to bring it together. And they certainly won't tell you this either, that throat chakra energy. But it is their higher selves coming through, that spiritual energy of they really would. Let's put that here. You matter. You matter. Yeah. This is very much a crown chakra energy. And I think you both are on this same wavelength where your demons get along. And you might not understand the things that you do, or vice versa, but you feel deep down, intuitively, you know, your higher selves know that this darkness is home for both of you. Your family won't like me. Coming up under fear. Yeah, so this always feels like a self-sabotage card. The 3 is a number of growth. 10 is a number of cycles. 13, we get transformation again with that death. And I feel like at this point in time, you both need to tell each other how much you matter to the other. There needs to be a conversation, a leap of faith. And I feel like it's coming because their heart space is transforming. Where they might have fears, they've had growth through these fears. If I follow you, I could lose everything. And this always reminds me of the Hierophant, which I got that energy up here. 5 is a number of change. And it's also the number of the Hierophant. And it's also feeling a bit like 5 of Pentacles, where now I'm just getting so many things off of this. I think there is a lot of questions in this person's head that they can't quite get the answers to because they are too scared to ask the questions. So they kind of go over this in their own minds over and over. Again, there could be children involved. Because there's very much a family vibe here. Now, 10, I would do anything for you, is also kind of 10 of Pentacles. I always see this card as like all the 10s. Wheel of Fortune, Fate, Ten of Pentacles, the big, you know, the whole shebang is what I just heard. It's like all, everything. Ten of Cups. That's where a lot of their fear still rides, in that emotional area. Oh boy, my stomach is churning, flip-flopping. So they really are kind of losing their mind a little bit over. I also feel like they might have hurt you in some way, or they might fear that they have hurt you in a certain way. They don't want you to think that you don't matter. They are just trying to keep themselves together. I feel like you are a huge strength for them to overcome these self-limiting beliefs. 5 and 3 is 8, and that's that strength card, that Leo energy. And let's see what's on the bottom. Seek professional advice. So your person could be trying to do just that, or you can. But I feel like this is part of the transformation. Oh my God, look at this. Look at all, these are all spiritual cards. Do you even care? Think before you act. Seek professional advice. They are so in their head about you. Whether it's an unanswered question, whether it's them having this minute amount of courage to come forward and say something, but then those self-limiting beliefs, those fears and intrusive thoughts, you know, keep them from reaching out. So, yeah. It feels like they're cycling through some heavy, heavy shit. And again, with that desire there for you, let me have you. That's the one thing they know. You matter. They would do anything to be able to have you at their side and in a perfect world. Sevens are a very divine number, but it's also the number of the Chariot, which is Cancer energy. 7 and 5 is 12, which is that Hangman energy, and that is a new perspective or a stagnant one. But I feel like that's what they're getting over. And I cannot believe how many, there's not that many of these in this deck. You already know. Now I think I think your person has a great sense of humor. I'm nosy. There's the 10 of Cups. So this is the dick stick, as Happy Twins 1111 would say. It's really the first card I ever learned in tarot. It's because of her, and I love her for it. I've started watching a couple of her videos lately, and I've heard her say it twice now. It cracks me up. But they have this insane just yearning, wanting, They think about it all the time. All the time. 16 is that tower energy again coming out. And I think that's part of their tower moments, is the fact that they desire you so much and they can't have you the way that they want you. Because you are perfection to them. You are a wish fulfillment. It's the Nine of Cups. So this is that hermit energy. So you got 2 nines here. Again, coming to 18, which is that moon energy. I just am so nosy. Oh my God, look at all these 10s. Which also gives me Lizzie Hale energy. So go check. I'm not gonna pick up any more cards, but 1010 might be significant. 97, the year 97 or 99. But yeah, 19 is the sun. 19. I'm so numbers, I'm so OCD with it that that's all I see. So yeah, this is very much something they want, and it hurts them. And I feel like this is the self-sabotage in them. This is what they've had to go inside of their selves and learn how to transform. Because I think you're both hurting. And I think they have a new perspective on the fact that you're hurting just as much as they are. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get your messages. If you want to delve into this any further, I do private readings, and you can find that information down below. Whew. I do love digging into these, so let's see here. All right, I do want to get a few of these. What's going on, Palma? Okay. Oh my goodness. Came out together. Unworthy. This is what I was feeling. They feel like you're better than them. You're a better person than I am. I wish you understood how I feel. Disagreements. And I think this is just like that. You hurt me. But, that's okay, I guess. It's these things that they have ruminated over. Unsatisfied, I wasn't happy the way things were going. Broken. I feel shattered about this situation. Because now they understand what they have a better perspective of what you've gone through. Values, we have too many differences again coming through with values. So I feel like it's a big part of their life and their structure and their mask, and why they're so fearful of taking that risk. But I think they are learning to get to the other side of it. They are in that spiritual awakening phase. Ultimately, I do feel you are further along than they are, but they're getting there. All right, I'm going to get some There's Hidden Truth Oracle, volumes 1 and 2. Pile 1. I wish we could go back. That's that nostalgia. That regret for how they reacted. It also feels like it was very much a different feeling in the beginning before they sabotaged the connection. And I think now they've put their fears onto you in a way that you don't know what to say or not to say anymore. You feel like a fool. I saved your texts and messages. Yeah, I think everything that you've said to them has been not only triggering, but inspiring. Like they've even been, I keep hearing safe. They felt safe here in this little bubble. But it's changed because they pulled away. They ran. I feel like that was a joyful time for both of you. And now it's just something you reminisce on it. You let me down. There it is again. That, you hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. You let me down. There's something that happened that they really didn't see coming. Also, it feels like this is your person in their own head because of the things that they are now regretfully ruminating on. Look at this. I replay our conversations over and over. Yeah. Everything you said was very important to them in one way or another. Finding out the truth crushed me. That'll be specific to, there's a lot of people watching, so take that as it resonates. But there might have even been something they misunderstood in the moment. You know how things get lost in context when you're not face to face or hearing someone's voice, or if you're not in your best mind frame, you can take things all kinds of ways. I feel so drawn to you. I'm hearing Jessica Rabbit might be significant. I hear her saying, I'm not bad. I was just drawn that way. That one. I have trouble with intimacy, and I don't react when people mention you. This is very much something that keeps them from communicating. I feel like the physical might be something they are more comfortable with. And I feel like you are most comfortable with emotional. I mean, I think you're comfortable with the physical too, but I feel like you're very different in that you, going back to that immaturity card, I think you are much more emotionally mature than your person. And that might be intimidating. And they don't feel good enough for you because of it. I don't think they react when people mention you, because I don't think people mention you. I don't think anybody even knows. I think this person keeps you. I just started hearing that song, "You're my little secret, and that's how we should keep it." Y'all take it if it resonates. Let's see what else comes out. Oh my goodness. I don't want to let you go. Well, that is apparent, because they keep coming back around for more, don't they? I lost myself for a little while. And I feel like this is connected to the spiritual awakening. Dark night of the soul, all the tower moments, the constant yearning, longing, desiring of you, yet not being able to communicate that. And I bury myself in work to forget you. So, there you have it. That's some big deck energy right there. Because you know your person, when they lay down to go to sleep at night, they can't sleep because they think of you. I wish things could be different. I know I messed up everything. You see how hard they are on themselves. And look, just being near you is intoxicating. And they can't think. They can't think. You didn't see my tears. They're so hurt over things that they think that you might be hurting over. I don't know what comes next. Well, I'm going to leave it here, guys. If you want to have a read with me, you can, find that information down below. And I just am sending you so much love. warm soul hugs, and wherever you are, I hope everything is as beautiful as you. Thanks for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Okay, bye. Hey, pile 2. If you chose this beautiful flower agate sphere, this is going to be a reading. And if you missed it, I did pick some zodiac signs. We have Virgo, Sagittarius, Libra, and Scorpio. All right. Let's see what we got for you. We have the Creator. Enjoy the process. It's very beautiful. So, what I'm getting from this is that I feel like your person is starting to think about the ways in which they have grown since you came into their world. They are starting to bloom. It's just, I can't stop getting this energy of how their heart was not in the mood for this at all, is what I keep hearing. I am not in the mood, but you reached in there and you created by planting this seed. And this seed has indeed broken them open. Not breaking them, but making it so that they can feel again. I think that you are this beautiful light in the darkness. And I really feel like it's starting to bloom very, very big. Like, this is giving a lot of desire, a lot of just love. I think they want to start enjoying the process of the growth. They want to come out of the dark and show you what you've helped them to grow. Let's see what the oracles say. Let's see, what oracles do I want to use here? I'm going to use the Dark Romance Oracle 2nd Edition. Take a deep breath. Think about your person. What's going on with Gratitude's person? Communication. You might be having some communication coming soon. Let's see what else comes out. Oh my, okay. Okay. Your person just spilled the beans everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to take these because they didn't turn over. Or I'm not going to take these because they didn't turn over. So, let's just put this here for a second, see what came out. So we have movement, habits, and music. So there could be a musical connection. It could be your love language. This gives me chariot energy, of course, Cancer. But this again speaks to the movement that I feel like it's on their mind. It's like they don't want to grow alone anymore. They want to show you the beauty. They communicate the beauty that you have brought into their life. I feel like they still have habits that keep them quiet, or I mean, it's not necessarily doesn't have to be drinking. It could be any kind of way that they used to cope, maybe even music. I keep seeing the word vampire here, and it's like, I think it's their habit to hide away and cope, because I think this person is constantly drained of energy. But they want to move towards this communication. They want to enjoy the process. They just don't know how to convey that. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Love. Love potion. I'm hearing love potion number 9. Could be significant. Especially that movie with Sandra Bullock. But I also was hearing the Tove Lo song Habits. Gotta stay high all the time to keep you off my mind. And I feel like they do have to keep moving, have to keep themselves busy coping with not being able to be with you, to keep from thinking about the overall love that they feel for you, this mischievous. I think you tempt them, and very much they desire you very much. Evolving. So it does look like this is complicated, but it is evolving. I'm hearing Avril Lavigne complicated. Why the hell do you have to go and make things so complicated? So I think your person has a habit of self-sabotage, mainly in the communication. Maybe that is the habit that they're trying to break. Maybe they want to figure out how to talk to you. Maybe it's through music. But they do. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is moving, it's not just sitting there. You also see that there's directly in its path, there is a bunch of, looks like people in its path there, so there could be interference. I'm hearing I love you like a love song, baby. And you know what? These two down here, I'm going to look at them anyway because they are clingy and strength. So I think it takes them a whole hell of a lot of strength to keep from clinging to you. I think that could be a habit, a bad habit that they have experienced, maybe codependency issues. But here we have strength, and there's two ravens. Or crows. I can never really tell. But I always think of, with crows, one for sorrow, two for joy. And they're talking, and it's kind of like that sign that messages are coming in. And I hear, you have your murder of crows and your kindness of ravens. So the fact that the raven came to me first feels like they are trying to gather the strength to come to you with some kind of communication, kindness. But I feel like you might also be someone who latches on with any type of movement. And that could be a bad habit of yours. But it also feels like they have aged 100 years since you've came into their life, as much as they want to be with you. And sometimes even wring your neck is specifically what I heard. They do love you so much. So let's see what the tarot says. I'm gonna scoop these up real quick. Pile 2. Wait, what is this? What is going on here? Okay, well, that was turned over, which is odd. But that's the 9 of Swords. I am terrified. They are terrified of coming forward. Woo! I saw maybe on the bottom. going on with pile 2? If I asked you to stay, would you leave? So 4 is a foundational number. It's a number of stability. And it's also the number of the Emperor. Another 4, will you choose me? Wow. Those coming out together. Adding up to 8, which is strength again coming out. I feel like your person is very much in their heads about the future. I think they want something with you. They want to create with you. They want to enjoy the process of coming together. Oh, okay, yeah, that too. But they have these fears, these constant questions. And with their fear of communicating, they don't get their answer. They just ruminate. So we saw that maybe card, and now we're seeing the I think so yes card. And it's always like those gray areas. Like your person sees in black and white. And now they see in this gray area that there's like a duality between the two of you, a yin and yang. And it feels like you are one big fat yes is what I'm hearing, and they are still kind of thinking. They're caught in this gray area. I just want you all the time. There's another 8. It's funny because I was feeling the infinity over that. It's like just back and forth forever. You might have been going back and forth forever now, or at least it feels that way all the time. You really are something else to this person. You really keep them on their toes. You very much are, I think, a dream. There's a lot of desire. This gave me, like, when I first picked it up, it gave me like the Ace of Wands energy. We all know what the Ace of Wands is, as I learned it from Happy Souls 1111, Happy Twins 1111, whichever. I can never remember the handle, but she calls it the dick stick. And I just was like, wow, there's some big feelings here. And I think they want to make sure that it's not all that you want, or they don't want you to think it's all they want, even though they do just want you all the time. Look, love me. That's all they want in the whole world. I think that's all they really know. I just can't come to you with that. Your family won't like me. This feels a bit self-sabotagey. It always makes me feel like this person is in their head with all these questions. And then, of course, who answers them? Themselves. They come up with their own answer because they can't. It's like the reason you're here, because you're trying to solve the mystery, because your person is silent. And whether you're the person who chooses to be silent or the person that gets left out in the cold, the fact is that there needs to be communication for anything to be created, for anything to happen, to have any forward movement. 3 is the number of growth, and it's also the number of the Empress. So we have Emperor, Empress energy here. Maybe this is your concern, that their family won't like you. Take it as it resonates. Let's see what else. Oh, oh. I just dream and wish for everything. Whew. Yep, so that's like the 7 of Cups. But I'm also seeing it as 7 as Chariot energy, and that movement. Just because we had communication and movement. I think they're still trying to sort out what exactly it is that they want, which without a doubt they know that they want you. They know they want your love. They don't feel they deserve it. Four and 7 is 11, and that's that. It's justice, and I feel like that forward movement is something they think about, bringing justice to this situation, finally opening up and showing you they care. But it's also something that is not always, 11 isn't always justice. In some decks, it switches with the 8 card, which is strength. So it's just keeps coming back to strength, which is Leo energy. Seven and 3 is 10. That's that cycle, that and completion. So they have to figure out what exactly it is they want to do. I mean, that's something that is not your fault, and that's also something you can't do for them. They have to figure out what exactly they want to do, and they have to communicate it. You make my heart full. It's 10 of Cups. So we have 10, 10. So they see you as the fairy tale. that they've always wished for. And they think that they can trust themselves, but they don't fully. Because they've had lots of just disloyalty, just lying. They've dealt with a lot of people that they thought they could trust and ended up they couldn't. And it's put them, 18 is the moon. And that's also like what's hidden away, the fears, the anxiety, the subconscious dreams. You could be having dreams. And 17 is the star. And that's a wish fulfillment. That's healing. So it feels like it's moving in the right direction. I'm a very jealous person. Coming up under I want you all the time. So that could be something that drives them a little crazy. I'm noticing that these colors are quite similar to the rose in the card. So this jealousy, I think, has a lot to do with how other people get your time. And they can't because there's too much distance, there's too much silence between you. Give me one more. Oh my goodness gracious. This love scares me. There's not another gray area, but it is all one color. And it matches. Like I said, I felt like you were the yes. This is 11 again coming out as the Justice card and the Strength. And I feel like they want to tell you they love you. They want to tell you that they've never felt this way. They want to tell you the bad things that they feel make them undeserving of you, or why just noticing 19, that's the sun, so it's like the moon and the sun, so it's still that yin yang, that divine feminine, divine masculine feeling. And 11 is a very spiritual, twin flamey type number. So any of those, if you're into labels or anything like that, it's giving very much soulmate connection. But they are terrified. I mean, that fear card showed itself as well. What do you want? Another 4. So 444 might be significant. Which is also 12. That's Hanged Man energy. It's a new perspective. I think They need to know what your perspective is. And they just want some space because you you matter. But this is that card that it always reminds me of getting burned. They've been burned in the past. So anything they've done that has made you feel like you're not good enough, they don't want you to feel that way. Again, we have 10. So 10, 10, 10. 6 is that lover's energy. It's also a number of healing. It's a number of choices. Choices are here. So they have all these questions. And whenever I see this, I think of that meme with from The Notebook where he's like, "What do you want? What do you want?" And they're trying to. The meme is, when you're asking her what she wants for dinner or something like that. What do you want? But it just gives me that same energy of like, I want to shake you. Like, what do you want? But they clearly want you, and you clearly want them, but it's not going to happen without communication. So let's see what they would say if you just heard bridge over troubled water. I have this little crystal here that I put under this bridge, and it looks a little bit like water. Came sliding out. I don't know if you saw that, but that's when I heard the song. That's significant. Look at this. You are so very special. So there's definitely a musical connection because I'm getting another song here, which is there's an acoustic version by an older gentleman named Frank. If you put Frank and creep and acoustic, it'll come up. But he does this cover, and it's just so heartbreaking, and just the longing and the hurting, the wanting you to know how special you are while simultaneously telling you how they feel unworthy is just, which also this 21 is the World card, which is a completion and an onto a new beginning. And it also gives me sun energy because it's yellow. And that's the happiest card in the deck. Reduces to 3, which is growth, Empress energy. You are their Empress. 2 is High Priestess, which is Pisces energy. 1 is the Magician, but 2 is a number of decisions, balances, partnership. 1 is a number of new beginnings. And they want you to be their new beginning. But this High Priestess energy, they are keeping that to themselves. But with this Magician energy, they are very much manifesting this future energy with you. So let's see what they would say if okay. And this is a mixture of messages of love and in the shadows. So let's see what we got here. What would pile two's person say? They weren't too scared. We are not right for each other. I don't trust you. Now, these shadow cards are things that, well, there's not much they would say to you at this point right now, but this is what they're in their head about. And this is the inner battle, the self-sabotage. They are their own worst enemy. Oh, another shadow card. You're so easy to see through. They know you see right through. 35:55 on the timer. So 555 might be significant. It's also big change energy. Are you kidding? Look at all these. I couldn't tell you face to face. Leaving you hurt me too. So they ran. Instead of dealing with facing their fears, they ran. They didn't want you to see through them. That's why. Oh, are you serious? I wish you would come back. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, for our first actual non-shadow card, we have marriage. This relationship is moving toward a sacred union. That's more like it. Release, radical acceptance, and surrender can help you let go. And I think this is what your person is working on. I know you're watching me. So I always feel like somebody's watching me. Yeah, I think your person is kind of very private, very, just not just with you, but with everybody. And I think they know that you're waiting for them to say something. I think at this point, if they had anything to say, it would have to be something that would open that can of worms. They have to radically accept some things and learn how to communicate. And even I'm starting to get a little agitated. And I think your person very much stays in that agitation when they're thinking of you, because it's kind of like putting something off, procrastinating, and knowing you need to do it, and knowing that the longer things go by, the harder it's going to be, until altogether it's just, there's no way to see it happening. But if you have something you need to say or release to this person, then by all means, if your intuition is telling you that you need to let them know you love them, you care, then do that, because we don't know. We're not promised tomorrow. And communication is very much something that's a big deal for me, because I lost two sisters within a few months of each other, and since then it's put me in a mind frame of, who cares? If you have something to say, what's the worst it could do? They could run away forever. Let them. They could reciprocate. That would be wonderful. Or they could just know. And you could have closure. And you would finally know who they really are. Because I just keep seeing that in Home Alone and Kevin McAllister. I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not afraid anymore. There's nothing for you to be afraid of anymore. Once you start realizing that we are not promised tomorrow for a conversation or communication, why wouldn't you want to tell somebody that you love them? If that's how you feel, if that's what your intuition wants you to do. See what's on the bottom. So, okay, guys. Now, the dick stick. We started with the dick stick. We're ending with the dick stick. Strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. And this is what they feel like they can't trust themselves. Your person is having trouble trusting themselves because they have gotten themselves into some sticky situations. But I think even with all of the stuff inside of their head that they're going through, they want to release these fears. They want to let go of the fears because they want this union. They know this isn't all what it's all about. I am not coming back. Acceptance. Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes I hear your voice. They are haunted. And they need time because these emotions that they are releasing, this part of their journey is very dark. And you are very much the light in that dark. So just know that you are getting them through, even if it doesn't seem like that. And at the least, they desire you more than anything they've ever wanted in their life. And that scares them. Absolutely. So, thank you so much for being here, Pile 2. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment. It really does help the channel. And if you want to dig into that any further, I do have private readings available. You will find the info in the description box below. And I guess that's it. Thank you so much. All my love, warm soul hugs, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, Pile 3. If you chose this little trinket holder, this is going to be your reading. In case you wanted to see what was inside and you missed it in the beginning, They're these two very delicate, tiny little pine cones. And this is a piece of one of my mom's old antique ashtrays that was broken after living since the 70s. But that might be significant for someone, because if you see the color of that, you know actually absolutely what I'm talking about. One of those ashtrays. It might be significant. I'm gonna put this over here. Okay, and Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, and Gemini for these zodiac signs. We have the orphan. Experience brings empathy. This card breaks my heart just looking at it. So, I feel like your person has been through quite a lot. I think they've lost a lot. And I think that's something that you two have in common. Yeah. Let's see what the Oracle cards. Let's see here. Okay. I want you to take a deep breath and think about your person. 3:11 on the clock. So I'm hearing amber is the color of your energy. Ooh. Mm-hmm. What's going on? Pile 3. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Okay. So. Okay. So these came out together. We have ghosted in a home. And I literally feel like they've tried to let you go. They've tried to ghost you. They've tried. They've tried to self-sabotage. They've got their own inner demons. But they are haunted by you, because to them, you are this home. And that thought of just letting go of a balloon and letting it float away, it's almost like he's clutching his heart. Like, to feel that feeling of losing you when they feel like you are so much the home that they've always dreamed of. Fall could be significant, but they feel gutted. I think they are experiencing more empathy now than ever because you haunt them so badly. Let's see what else comes out. Anything else for pile 3, Spirit? Pile 3. Pile 3. Okay. All right. We have devotion and energy vampire. That's interesting because I had a similar feeling in pile 2 with the habits card. That I actually use the words energy vampire like this. So this could be what I'm feeling is that you are so devoted to helping your person by bringing your empathy to try to give them a home in your heart, to love them, to make them feel like they have somebody, because you love them so, so much. But really what it's doing is draining you. I mean, she doesn't look very happy to be that devoted. I feel like it's very heavy on the mind for you. And it drains you. Oh boy, this is gonna be a doozy. Didn't I say something about this being a messy pile? It's on the bottom. Illuminated. So your person has had an epiphany. This is a very big energy to have on the bottom of the deck. Maybe you coming in the way that you have been has, maybe you were draining them. Maybe you were draining each other. But at some point, they feel like they lost you. Like they just let go of their balloon, their happiness. And that experience gutted them. Almost like losing a home. A devoted love. But someone that is tired of their bullshit is what I'm hearing. So they have a newer found empathy. I think they've been somebody who looks out for number one always. They've always had to. They've had no choice. They could have had a lot of trauma, maybe early onset, starting when they were young. But I think you see that there's this picture of skull, and I think they're starting to understand that they don't want to be this picture, nor do they want you to be that picture, to just be all that they have, dead and gone. They don't want to wait to be in this orphan energy where they lost something they can never get back. That guts them. Unrequited love. Look, you haunt them. This is them trying to get away. And it's a ghost with a skull. It's like, he looks so perturbed. Like, I'm so busy. So busy. You're draining all my energy. But maybe you took your energy away, and then it became more clear that you were something that they looked forward to. Wow, that's weird. My finger just started like spazzing out on this energy vampire card. I think your person wants me to stop talking. Anticipation. This could be something they want to bring to you, something they're planning. I'm just so nosy. Introspection. So that's very hermit-like. They have been looking within. Patience. This is you. She looks like she's being so patient, but look at the web behind her. And I always hear that web of lies. Commitment phobic. This always reminds me of my little ones. I have 2 little black cats, and I think the funniest part about this picture is the puff tail. And if you're a cat lover or no, you know that when they get spooked, because it's not often that they get really spooked like this, but when they get super spooked, they get their hair kind of comes up on their back and their tails get so big. And depending on what kind of cat you have, that is funny because of how much hair and just their tails, and it's very cute and funny to it's not cute and funny to scare the shit out of your pet. No, I'm just saying when they naturally get spooked, because it's just it's like, wow, you got. And I think that every time and that when I see this, that's what they felt like the first moment emotions got brought into this. I keep hearing arena, but like, let's get ready to rumble. It's like, oh shit. But they don't want commitment because they're very much in a single energy. But I think they do want you around. So take that as it resonates. But I always hear my mom saying, it's like you scared them so bad you gave them puff tail. But my mom used to have this saying, and it was like when she was talking about, getting scared and running away, it was, and all you're going to see is assholes and elbows. Run, just that's all you saw, because that was how quick they were gone. And that's what, in a nutshell, this card brings out for me. Yeah. But that puff tail, it's like, yeah, they had a traumatic past with relationships, and I think you're more like, it's not that serious. But for them it is. Because you never know what your person is going through. You never know unless they tell you. And there's, if they were telling you things, you wouldn't be here looking for answers. So, I'm so nosy. Optimistic. Again, she doesn't look optimistic. I think you try to be optimistic for your person, right? Even though your love is unrequited, you intuitively feel. It's like patience. Like, look at her face. Like, yeah, okay. It's like you are getting to the point of, for real. Like, for real. I just keep hearing, for real, for real. But just anticipation is something that you can't get. I think you seriously have. I think like this is almost can be swapped from piles 2 in this. Because in pile 2, the person had a lot of desire. And I feel like you are the one with the desire in this pile. So just take it how it resonates. Because I am feeling some type of way. Introspection and illuminated. And I'm always getting Rocky Horror Picture Show, where he's all like, I love Tim Curry. I love his voice. He says, anticipation. And this is the way he says it, and the smile on his face. It's like, yeah, that's what I feel right now. I'm like, remember when my finger started freaking out earlier? Oof. Okay. Okay. Let's we've had plenty of this. Let's see what the tarot says. My goodness, pile 3. I told you it was gonna get messy up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here, up in here. All right. If you're enjoying your reading, please like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what's sinking, what's anything really. You can put an emoji. I love a good emoji battle. Oh my goodness, look at that. For real. Probably. And look, it's like the same colors, the balloon. Oh, my stomach. Oh, it just feels so gutted, like that picture of that ghost. It's like you are wrong. Like, maybe they let go of you. They did. They let go of you. And this is, or you let them go, depending on how it resonates. And that's where the empathy comes from. It's like you've been let go so many times that you're used to it. I think there is no more fears of rejection for you. I feel like you don't give a shit. You know, you're finally like, I'm done with your bullshit. How about you say something? Or it's like this is very much, I'm seeing like you know, what do they call it with the bulls and the red, you know, the, what do they call it? Somebody will put it. But like you're holding uh that red flag or whatever they call that big red thing, and you're like Toro or whatever it is. I don't know. But I think whoever let go feels like it was a big fucking mistake and is finally understanding maybe a little bit of what they've been giving. Hold on, let's see what comes out. Pile 3 is Spirit. What's going on? Pile 3 in the person. You matter. This came out in pile 2. So you might have messages there. You matter. Like, yes, what the fuck did I do? You actually matter to me. I don't want to lose you. Like, you, what the fuck? You think before you act. Like, I am like potty mouth galore. I am mad. Mad at myself is how I feel. Like, I feel like I've cut off communication because I said something or couldn't say something because I get throat chakra when I see this blue, but it's also the higher self or spirit in their head. Think before you act. That turquoise just jumped out. It might have a little something to do. Yeah, the fact that it's blue. I feel the same way. That's 2 of Cups. It's such soulmate energy. And it's crazy because, you know, this is, you know, the first card to come up that hasn't been colorful. It's like if this was the root chakra, you know, you have to start with the root before you get to the crown. And at the crown, you know, I think I just can't get that sinking feeling out of my stomach. You matter. I think they did or said something, or you may have done or said something that was more stupid than it. Somebody took something the wrong way. Somebody, and now they're afraid to do anything at all. someone's feeling very insecure. And honestly, it feels like it's both of you. I think you both mirror each other. Oof, really? I dream about you a lot, too much. Yeah. And 7, well, this, I believe, is the 7 of Cups, is what I feel when I see it. Like, this is where they feel you, and it's too much for them. And 7 also gives me that Chariot energy. Cancer. And it's movement. This is what drives them. Their dreams. I think they think about this a lot. But 2 is also the High Priestess, and that's very much holding secrets. And I think that's the problem. I think once your person or you was able to spill these thoughts, these secrets, these feelings, I think I just keep seeing a dam and it breaking, and like it's this close. It's like this close to just breaking. And at most, it's at night when they go to sleep, when they try to sleep. If you can't turn you off, then they think of you. Pisces energy with that High Priestess. But 9, Hermit, they've got to do some healing from the root. They're very much in, protection mode. They are guarded. But I think they're trying to figure out how to tell you that they do feel the same, that they do dream about a future. Or maybe they just think about it. They haven't gotten to, I don't think they're anywhere near that stage of action. But they dream about it. Let's see what else. Oh. Okay. Okay. I imagine you naked. I need more balance, and your family won't like me. This came out in pile 2. So it's another 2. 2 is, balance. It's choices. It's decisions. It's a partnership, a number of partnership. It's it really just feels like there's no balance in the connection itself. But 3 is growth. Two, I just get that High Priestess really strongly because I think there's a lot of unsaid things. This coming out for both piles. There could be some strong family differences, I guess. I don't know how you would. Maybe a difference in values or you know, this all adds up to 13, which is transformation, just like the death card, Scorpio energy. 10 is that cycle. But I think they need a more healthy balance, or you need a more healthy balance of trying to think before you act. Because if your person or you reach out to just make sure that you still got a hold on that string. There's always a hold on that string. I'm hearing Invisible String by Taylor Swift. But, you know, that's hard. That is very hard. My mouth just went so dry. So dry. Just, oh boy, there's a lot going on here. Balance is definitely needed, and I think there needs to be communication in order for that. Again, I'm feeling this on your end. I think you are forever just thinking and dreaming and devil energy, you know, just Capricorn. This Capricorn is part of this pile, and so is Pisces. Yeah, you think about your person a lot. It's very warm in here. Oh boy. I think the key to the change, which is 5 here, is self-limiting beliefs, and I think that's what there needs to be a balance of. Yeah, there. It is very hard to concentrate. I keep I keep having spicy giggles in my head, and I'm not I need more time. Yeah, there's time to gather that new perspective, that to get out of the stagnation of being stuck on self-limiting beliefs, which I got from the 5, and that gives me Hierophant energy. But this is 12, which gives me Hangman energy, and you know, it's still going to be some time before anything spicy happens. Oh my God. Pile 3, you always make me laugh so hard. We're always down to the nitty gritty with the candles, you know. And yeah, this is. I'm gonna. I'm gonna have to get some good messages for you. But yeah, I I can no longer concentrate on this. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. I'm sorry. But look, there's that full energy. And let me tell you that pile 1, which I filmed yesterday, or actually last night, because it's still the same day, but I started pile 1 last night, right? It's currently Earth Day, April 22nd. But pile 1 was the Fool. It's a Fool card. And I did see this. I think it showed itself in the deck, but it never came out. But here it is. So I don't know. You might have messages in pile 1 because it's giving me full energy. But they want to apologize. Oh my gosh. My OCD, please don't have too many ashes. Okay, I'll have to take care of that. So, 6, Lovers, of course. There's a choice of the heart that needs to be made. That's Gemini energy. Whew. I'm so nosy. I am manifesting you. 16, that's Tower energy. 10, that is just cycle coming to an end. I think we should see other people. No, that is not. I think it actually feels like something they said or may have said, but they don't actually see other people because all they think about is you. And I mean, that's big deck energy right there. Let's get some messages. Okay, I actually have started making my own deck. Here it is. Okay. So there's everything from mild to spicy in here. And we're going to see what comes out, what they would say if they could say anything. Let's skip the small talk and get straight to the flirting. I could spend a lifetime exploring the curves and crevices of your body. Let's make tonight a remember forever kind of night. So now I'm thinking of Make It Last Forever, Keith Sweat. Okay. I knew when I met you, you'd become my favorite song. Please send me a sexy playlist just for me. All I've thought about all day is your mouth, amongst other things. Sits on the bottom. All right. So, okay. So, if you want to talk about this any further, I do have private readings available, just email me. Information's down below in the description box. Because this could be fun. I feel like this could be a really fun reading. Whew. Boy, pile 3. We really do have fun, don't we? How many of you always pick pile 3? I know, listen, I have OCD, so I know some of you out there are like pile 3 forever. Because it's always messy in here. Always messy. Pile 3 gang. That is... Whew, I'm going to cut the deck. If I had to choose between loving you and breathing, I would use my last breath to tell you how much I love you. Oh, that's so sweet. Pile 3. All right, well, 4133 on the timer. Thank you for being here. Please comment, like, subscribe. It really does help the channel. And yeah, I am just sitting in this energy a little longer. It's like the ones that there's too many of the readings that turn out where you feel just so drained and like sad. But you know, I love tarot for the fact that it helps me understand my feelings, and I got a lot of them. I'm a double Pisces, Scorpio rising. So it gets interesting, but this has definitely been something that has helped me get through a lot of things. And I've been very tired lately. I've been very much just, it's been hard behind the scenes, but it's also been good. So thank you all so much to all of you that have stuck around, that are still listening. I appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, I just, so much love, warm soul hugs, and wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope it's as beautiful as you. And if you need a private reading, I'm here. 433 8 now, but I saw it from now it's 4343. Okay. I love you guys. Bye.
Meet me on the beach.